Hey, what's up guys, it's Kazooie here, and welcome to episode 95 of Scaling to Glory. And before we do start off, I have two things I want to talk about quickly. And the first one is, I was meant to upload the Q&A today, but I was pretty busy today. I barely had time to make another video, so I decided to move it to tomorrow, so you can expect that Q&A tomorrow. So also, if you still have questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to answer them in tomorrow's Q&A. And the other thing is, I kind of messed up in the previous episode, in episode 94, as you can see, Nani actually scored a hat-trick, and I forgot to point that out at the very end. So as you can see right there, I kind of changed it, and yeah, we actually completed that challenge as well now with Nani. So that being said, we are going to move on into the first game of this episode, but before that we do apply a contract there quickly to Omero, as he was running out of them, and we go into the first game. Well, we actually come up against a fellow YouTuber who is also a subscriber, so it was pretty fun to play against this guy because he also had a nice skill squad, as you can see from the team he had. But yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel as usual. His name is XBeakstar, so definitely check him out. He also makes some compilations which are actually very good, so I would recommend to check them out, and if you like them, definitely subscribe. But anyway, it was actually us getting the first chances of the game. Unfortunately, we couldn't score from that long shot, but then a few minutes later, once again, we have Michael Liete on the ball. We try out a shot, and once again, it just goes wide the post. Then in the 21st minute, he gets a chance as well. A lovely bicycle kick there, with I do believe Neymar also just went wide the post. Could have been a sweet goal to score for him as well. Then just before halftime, in the 45th minute, a lovely skill move there from Moreno, but a great save from his goalkeeper Julio Cesar. Then we move on into the second half. It's once again Michael Liete on the ball, this time around on a lovely skill run. We pass it off to Omero, and he got a terrible touch on it, but for some reason he kind of flicked it backwards, and we went for a volley. Unfortunately, his goalkeeper saved it, but yeah, it could have been a really nice goal. Then a few minutes later, once again, it is Moreno on the ball. I was hoping to get a Rabona cross in or something, but we kind of failed, and in the end also the volley from Filo Martinez wasn't really the best. So yeah, the game ended in a 0-0 draw. We decided to go into extra time only, and as you can see, I decided to sub on 3 players with the likes of Asaidi, Elton, and also Ben Arfa. And there's actually Asaidi here on the ball. Well, we go with some step overs, we cut in, and we do pick up a penalty. So we step up for it with the captain Luis Nani, who converts that one into a goal to make it 1-0 and also pick up his 6th goal. Then pretty much straight from kickoff, we intercept the ball there with Elton. Well, we go on a lovely run there, as you can see. He pushes his defender there away. We go through, we keep going, we go inside the box. We went for a shot from a pretty tight angle, so I guess it was a pretty easy save from Julio Cesar. Then the second half of extra time, it is Asaidi on the ball, but we actually pen his defender there, as you can see. So we go through, we go for a finesse shot, but we do hit the bar. Very unlucky there. Could have been a pretty sweet goal to score. So yeah, that is how the game ended. We won the game with 1-0. We had a lot of chances, but unfortunately we only could score once, which was from a penalty. But anyway, we do move on into the second game of the episode, but before that we do apply a squad fitness card, and we move on, and once again we come up against a subscriber, and as you can see from his team, that was actually the team I built a few days ago. I did a squad review on it, so it was pretty nice to actually see a subscriber who used one of the teams I actually built. But as you can see, the start for us wasn't really the best. He makes it 1-0 with Boussoufa to give him the lead, but then in the 8th minute we have the ball with Michael Liete. Well, he passes off to Moreno, who goes for a volley, but it just went wide the post. Then the 11th minute, a few minutes later, it's Nani here on the ball outside on the wing. We cut in with a Berber spin. Well, we pass it off to Michael Liete, who passes it on his turn back to Filo Martinez. Well, we went for a shot with his weak foot, but his goalkeeper Joe Hart saves that one. Then the 37th minute, he plays a through pass here to Asaidi, and I was a little bit confused at what he was doing, so I decided to go for a tackle for some reason. And yeah, as you can see from the replay, it was just a stupid decision for me because he clearly hit the player at first. But as you can see, we do save it with Courtois, so we got a little bit lucky there in the end. But anyway, we go on a counter-attack here, like pretty much straight after that. We have the ball with Moreno, we got it back, we didn't really pull off any skill moves, we went through, and we do make it 1-1 with his weak foot to get us back into the game. Then we're in the second half. It's once again Moreno on the ball, who passes it off to Nani. Nani passes it off to Filo Martinez. Well, we go through, we went for a shot, and we do make it 2-1 to actually give us the lead. Then in the 62nd minute, he gets through it with Boussoufa. We kind of tackle the ball, but then he gets it back straight away with Asaidi. Went for a shot, Courtois saves, and he goes for a volley with Boussoufa. Once again, it was Courtois to save it, and in the end, we managed to clear away that cross. Then the 70th minute, we have the ball with Nani on the wing, where we pass it off to Michael Liete, and as you can see, the game was a little bit laggy at some point as well, which was a bit annoying. But anyway, we go through it with Michael Liete. We pass it off to Filo Martinez, who goes with a back heel, and it seriously just went wide. Could have been a really nice goal to finish off the game, because as you can see, that is how the game and so we won that game with 2-1 against a subscriber who was actually using a squad I built a few days ago, which like I said is actually pretty cool to see. But anyway, we do move on into the final game of this episode. Well, we come up against a pretty strong team with Jesse Rodriguez and Aguero up top, so a pretty strong squad to play against in the 3-5-2 formation. It's actually my opponent making the 1-0 there. As you can see, Navas completely free and he shoots it in with his weak foot to make it 1-0. Then the 14th minute, we have the ball with Armero, where we play it through to Michael Liete. He goes 1-on-1 versus Petr Cech. It should have been a goal in my opinion, but of course it is Petr Cech to save it as always. And the 30th minute, some terrible positioning there from, I do believe, Kouyaté, and he goes through with Aguero. I couldn't catch up. I maybe could have pulled off a slide tackle, but then I risk a red card and also a penalty, so he makes it 2-0 to extend his lead basically. Then the 39th minute, you have the ball with Nani after we pulled off a few skill moves. Once again, we pull off another skill move with Nani to take out David Luiz, and we make it 2-1 to pick up his final goal and also the final skill goal, which means we do have completed all the challenges, which is nice. Then we're in the second half. We got a chance with Fidel Martinez, which Jack saves, of course. And then in the 86th minute, he has the ball with Navas, cross it over to once again Jesse Rodriguez, and he makes it 3-1 to make it game over. And that is how the game ended. We lost the game with 3-1, which was a shame. But on the other hand, though, we did score the final goal with Nani and also the final skill goal, which was nice, because as you can see right now, we have indeed completed all the challenges, which means we will move on to Neymar, the Brazilian striker who plays for Barcelona, and he has some really nice looking stats. So definitely looking forward to play with him. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, would be very much appreciated. And if you can hit 1,000 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. So I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.